Okay, good morning everyone. In the last tutorial, we have already told you guys how to set an idle pose for your models. And for this one, it's a little bit different from the tutorial because this is the demonstration which I did on the class. But still you can see how it works. So basically the body was shaking a little bit. But if you don't like this kind of shake, you can just delete that one. Just make this one move like Alright, so it will, anyway, slight movement. And if you think it's too fast, you still can scale up. So for example, let's move your slider to the 0 point, press S key to scale up. Alright, so it will move more live. Okay, more lively. Alright, so next one. But there is something weird because for this part, as far as I can see, it will slightly change the positions and then suddenly shaking to another side. Right? So if you want to create that kind of, it was have some cliche effect. Well, you have to move the keyframe more close to each other. But I will just keep the animation like this because for this time I'd like to do another animation setting for our character. This time is about the simple working cycle. This is a very basic one, so I believe all of you supposed to know how to do that. Otherwise, well, you really, if someone asks you about how to set the animations, you don't know how to do the working cycle, you really can't call yourself know how to set the animation or be an animator. Alright, so now let's go to the timeline. For now, we already have an animation, so as far as I can see, it records all the keyframe for our model. So if I want to create another animation, how can we do that? First things, we need to go to the timeline and switch to the top shift right here. And as far as you can see right now, we have an animation. So this is the idle pose. So that we can call this one Z idles. Okay, and you can click this button to turn off your animations. But it doesn't mean that you have deleted your animation. It was still right here. Okay, the idle, the idle. This is your animation. So you can bring this one back. You still can play. Right, but for this time we are going to create a new one. So let's call this one Z walk. Okay, so for this animation we need at least three animation settings, including Z walk, Z idle, and also finally Z wake up. Okay, so that's the things we are going to do. So let's start with the idle, the working pose. For the working pose, actually it's not that hard, but also you need to it takes time for you to do the operations. For sure, first things we want to move our hand down, arm down. So let's press G for moving, and you can just probably just right here. And for this one as well, go to the front view, press G right here, something like this. It doesn't, for sure, it doesn't have to be symmetry because for animation, for creature, there's no symmetry scenes. Let's go to the side view, and for the first one, let's move this is your right leg forward. G. We need to choose in the handle, and also it's better for you to choose in the portarchy as well. Let's move this one, those two things forward. Okay. Maybe just like this. And for the other one, usually we will use this as the support. Okay. You know what I mean? Because when you are trying to let's say moving your another leg, you need one support so that another leg you can move. So this one, when we rest the right leg, another one is supposed to be it's supporting. Okay, so let's choose this one. Press G and yeah, something like this. Choosing, go to side view, go to press side view. So this is the support. Okay. And for sure, when your left when your right leg moving forward, your right arm is supposed to be moving back. So it will be looks like this. And you can rotate your hand as well. R Z Z. That's right. R Z Z. Let's turn on the share copy viewer so that you can see my operation. R Y Y. Okay, and for this one, moving forward. G. Okay, just like this. And for the handle, as far as I can see, the jacket was distorted, so you can do some change right here. Okay, this far as well, RXX, RYY. Make this one looks better. Okay, so now it looks fine. So basically, it just looks like when your zombie was trying to move forward, and he was trying to move his right leg forward. So that's the first one. And for sure, when he was trying to move him forward with his right leg, his body will bend to this side, right? This side. So let's rotate R and Y. Bend a little bit. And since his body was moving to this direction, so his neck and his head will move to another opposite direction. So there's R and Y moving to these directions. Okay? So, and for sure we need some physics expression plus G, and yeah, probably just like this. And for the tone, let's move this one forward. Okay, just like this. So once you finish select everything, let's go call out our assets browser right here, and assets, create post assets. And this one, let's turn off the left side panel and turn on your right side panel. Press N and you can turn on the right side panel. Let's call this one Z walk. Let's just call this one O1 because for now I'm not so sure how many frames we will have. Usually we will have at least 5 or 6 frames for a working cycle. Okay, so now we have this. So for the next one, let's just do the opposite operation. Let's move in the right leg to the backward. G to this side. And let's move the G forward. And for sure, this one will change to its positions. 3, G forward. Alright, weird. Let's do this one. Another opposite direction. Okay, just like this. And press RXX. RYY. Okay, so let's go to the front view. So right now, since we change, it already changed its positions, so the bending directions will be different. Press R and Y, bend to the other one directions, choosing the neck, R and Y to here, and also we need to change a little bit about the face expression as well. The eye, I think it can be even more crazy. Something like this. And also for the hand, you can make this one change its pose a little bit. Okay, select everything, and let's go to the asset, create a pose asset, and this one is the walk O2. And right now we have these two things, so actually you can start trying to create animations on the sheet, dot sheet. So let's select all the bone, insert location and locations, and also to here, choosing the work O2, insert location and location. And also we need to do one more thing. Let's go to the working cycle, the graphic editor. Let's go to right here, modifier, create cycles. So now it will have a very rough beginning working animations. But as far as you can see, it's not a continuous one, right? And also seems pretty weird because it was sliding. So it's not a very nice and realistic animation. So let's enlarge these two things. First thing is I'd like to copy one more. Okay, so it was sliding like this, but it doesn't look right. Why? Because it doesn't rest his arm and it doesn't look like it was working. So we need to change that. So for the middle, we need to add on one more. Actually, we can start with this one. Okay, so basically for this animation, it's about the zombie trying to rest his arm, his right leg is about to touch the ground, right? So before that, we can have one more. So let's move this one probably to here, and for this part, let's do one more. Okay, so for this one, this he will rest his arms just like this. Okay, and also for these two, this one, it was using this leg to support him. So I hope this one could be more straight. Okay, so actually it's just about one step before the leg touch the ground. And since it was trying to moving forward, so it will change its weight position. So let's change the body bone. That's right here, Rx. Okay, something like this. So this is another one. Let's rename this one this one I think we can rename this as working cycle 3, and this is working cycle 2. And let's create one more. Select all of them, create poster set, working cycle, a new one, and insert right here. Okay. Alright, so now since we have this, so we need to create one more. For this one, we can copy this one to the end right here. So for the beginning and the end part, they will share the same keyframe. So it will be a continuous animation. So for this part, let's move the walking over to the frame 30, and for the frame 20, we need to insert one more. So let's go to the frame 03. I think this is the one which we just moved, right? This one. This is the frame 03. And now we need to base on this to create one more. So basically, again, it's about it was going to touch the ground. So this part I think is supposed to be more straight. Before there's one step before that, and also this, you know, it can be higher. And the body will moving forward as well, or I think actually it's not forward. Probably it's a little bit back because this part is supposed to become a straight line. Alright, this one. They have to be a straight line so that your the center of, because the head of the human character actually is pretty heavy, so it's supposed to be on the same line. Otherwise, it was not steady. It was not stable. Alright, so probably just like this. And also you can change the face expressions. Okay, just like this. And also you can make it, okay, the body I think is fairly okay. Oh no, this part doesn't right. So we need to rotate, make this one bend to another side. Just like you bend to the supporting leg. Alright, so once you finish like all of them, create one more. Alright, so this is the working cycle 04, and so this one will be a working cycle 03. And let's insert this one to the frame 20. For the working cycle 01, I think it's okay, but because just like what I said before, now we're using this as a supporting, so actually you can make this one bend even more. And also for the head, it's supposed to bend to another opposite direction so that it will keep the body steady. But this one is a zone base, so actually if you think, well, you want to create some more weird walking way, well, it's up to you. Right, so I will using the new one to replace the walking cycle 01. Okay. Let's insert location and rotation. So now let's take a look. Still doesn't look perfect, but I think it's because the bending of your knee looks a little bit weird. So we need one more. Right now we have the bending pose like this, right? And also the next one is about to touch the ground. The touch ground part doesn't look very naturally, so we need to fix that. Let's turn on this one. And probably this one is supposed to be more straight, just like this. Okay, select all of them, go to the front view, create a set, and that's using the new one to replace the old one. Clear set. Animation is just like that. You need to keep refresh and keep find the better pose. But for now, since right now we already have the motion captures, so it can save you guys a lot of time. But if you want to become a good animator, well, still you need to know the logic inside. Okay, I think this is about the O4. For the O4, again, this is we need to make the left leg more straight. And for the body, I think this one can move. The hand can move backward. For the body itself, I think we can rotate a little bit, or just move this one forward. Select both of them. Okay, just like this. Much better than before. Alright. Select all fan and create a new asset. Choosing the working cycle. Choose this one. It's clear. And on the frame 30, insert new location, insert new keyframe. So now let's take a look. Okay, so it looks fine, but I hope we can do some more weird, interesting pose. For example, when it was working, it will attack a little bit. It will attack and try to touch the things on the side. So in order to do that, I want to set a couple new pose. I will call that as attacking. So for example, let's move this one down G Z Z. Sorry, G Z. So this is about attacking, and I want to move his arm straight and forward. Okay, let's go to the top view, make sure it was straight. R and Z, and also the arm and the hand is supposed to be probably just like this, just like the Jedi Knight in Star Wars, trying to release his force. And for the body as well, we need to change that. You have to move him forward. So that's using select both of them, G and R, and for the respawn, press R and X. Move forward. R and X. For this part, just probably choose some pose which you like. Okay, something like this. R, Z, Z. Okay, probably something like this. A little bit too much, then it was distorted. Okay, so this is the attacking pose. So let's go to assets, create one more pose asset. I will call this one attack. This is the left. So let's call this attack L. So for this one, when it was trying to walk to probably be on frame 18, it will suddenly attack. Insert location and rotation. But it's a little bit weird, so we need to, for this one, I hope at least can be something like this. And for, until before that, it can always be stable. A little bit too fast. So, alright, let's try to fix that. Move this one here, and this one is okay. This is the walking cycle, the second walk pose. So, alright, so it's fine. But after that, it will quickly start to attack, and probably keep the attack pose for 2 frames. Alright, and then on frame 20, go back to the walking cycle, just like this. Let's try. So you are, okay, keep the pose like this. So next one, we are going to create another attack on the other side. So this is about the attack on the left side. Let's take a look at the side, left side. So next one, we are going to do the attacking pose on the right side. Probably we can use in this one or this one. I do like to use this. Let's take a look. So right now, the left arm, the right arm, be straight. Okay, go to the top view, make sure it was straight. And for the hand, we can fix that as well. Okay, just like this. And also its body have to moving forward. So let's press R and X. R and X. Make his face to the forward view. And for the eyes, I think it can be more angry. And it seems like he was yelling or something. And for the tones, okay, cool. Let's go to the another view. Fix the hand right here. Okay, probably just like this. It looks okay. Select all fan and go to Asset, create another new asset. I will call this one Attack R. Alright, so this is the Attack R, and basically when we move to the next pose, I will set a pose like this. So it's around, okay, only 2 frames left. Okay, right here. So 2 frames, and this one is about to do the attacking R. And insert frame, keep it the same pose in 3 frames, and then go back to the working cycle. Okay, a little bit weird. Probably this one is too long, so let's make this one shorter. Alright. So right now we already have the working cycle like this. And it will attack. So next thing is I want to create one more graphic modifier. Let's go to here, choosing the Z location. And for this one, it's about noise again. So let's take a look. Hopefully it can make the movement more naturally. I think for now it looks okay, but the working state still is a little bit too slow. So I did like to fix that. First thing is for sure, only thing is about the attacking pose, right? So for this one, and to here, touching ground, attack, and then move to the next stage. So actually this, well, I would say this cycle is a little bit too long. So I want to move this one to here, and to the frame 10. For frame 50, it's another next step, okay? So next step, only 6 frames, so this is around 21 or 20. and this is the frame 30, I think. Let's take a look. If you think the walking cycle, it still looks like the food is sliding, right? It still looks a little bit like sliding. So if we want to fix that, we need to create one more walking cycle pose in between all these frames. Now we have the touching ground, right? We have the touching ground, and for the next one, as far as I can see, right here, from here, it was sliding, right? It was sliding to the next one, so it's not perfectly. So in the middle, we need to create one more. This part was, it will raise his, or you can use this one as well, up to you. I think let's using this one, which means I think it's this one. Oh no. Okay, this one. Let's go to the side view. So basically, it's probably Z walk 02 between Z walk 03. So how can we do that? Basically, was raising his leg. And it was a kind of like an in-between pose. And his body is supposed to move forward. And his head will moving backward. We can make his foot probably lift more. Okay, just like this. So I will call this one probably Z walk to B. Okay. So before we go to the next step, we will have this one. Let's insert location and rotation. So let's take a look. After attacking, it will raise his left leg and touching ground. And for now, move to the next step. So next one is right here. Before the walking one cycles, and the walking two cycle, we need one more. This is the touching ground, and sorry, this is the touching ground, right? Touching ground, and this is the rest of leg. So we need to create one more before walking cycle one. So how can we do that? Easy. Just takes time. So select all of them. Press G. Press R and X. Sorry, not this one. Alright, next. And this one, in order to keep your body balanced, we need to make your arm move like this. Alright, really okay. On X, rotate. Alright, so this is the walking. Oh. So this is the first friend. This is the real first friend. And friends, let's go to this one. Insert location and rotation. And for this part, let's do that as well. Insert location and rotation. Insert. Okay. Let's turn off the attacking mode first, because right now attacking mode is a little bit, I would say, a little bit annoying. So I want to turn off this one temporarily. So for the walking, actually it looks fine, right? But for the attacking mode, let's talk about this one. So basically, in between this one, we need to choose when to attack. Well, you can choose in probably like this. Alright, let's forget about attack. We can add on this one probably when we are working on the awaken animations. Okay. Alright, let's take a look. So right now, let's switch to the random mode. I think for now we already add on the let's say noise modifier, so everything looks more lively. So now let's start to play the walking. Okay, it looks fairly okay, very smooth, and also it looks like it was touching the ground. Probably we can make this one higher. Actually, I think for the mass center, we can move the body a little bit forward. Otherwise, it seems like everything was moving to these directions. Okay, but I hope you know what I mean. It looks like for now, the body was almost lying down because the center was more close to the backside. But I think it's fairly okay, just like a Mickey Mouse early version of Disney animations. Alright, so I will keep my animation, working cycle animation like this. Please try to follow this way. Remember, when you are working on animation setting, usually it's just about, well, first you have to choose a keyframe. So for example, the keyframe for me is the walking 1 and also the walking 3 touching the ground. And then in between all of them, because if you only have these two frames, it will just like it was sliding its foot. So in order to make it looks like it was raising his leg and then moving forward, you need to create a middle keyframe for your character. So it just takes time, and you need to observe more carefully. And also remember, when you are trying to move your character, try to think about where is the mass center, because although it's a zombie model, you still have to keep its balance. So when he rests his right leg, probably his body will bend to the right side, but his head will bend to another side in order to keep the entire body balanced. Okay, so I think there's no secret for that. Just about how to uh, make the detail and make your character more lively. Alright, so I think that's all. Thank you for watching. See you next time.